So I just want to come real quick with kind of a personal questions. I think these went around YouTube a little while ago, but I just thought they'd be fun to do now. So first question is, I'm just going to jump right in because I did find 25 of them, I think, so I'm just going to jump right in, yeah. First question is, do you have a middle name? I do. My first name, I don't know if I've really ever even said that, or I know my friends being on my channel have said it, but my first name's Billy, my middle name is Ray. I was named after my father. His name was William Ray, so I am Billy Ray. Second question, what was your favorite subject in school? I'm a huge nerd and math came super easy to me, so math was definitely my favorite subject. Favorite drink? Usually is something carbonated. I don't really like dark sodas, but something carbonated that's light. Favorite song at the moment? I don't know if I really have a favorite song. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite song at the moment. And then number 5 is, what would you name your children? Which I thought this was a fun way for me to announce that I'm actually currently 8 months pregnant. So it is a little boy, and his name is going to be Luke Japheth Plah. So that is the little guy in my tummy right now. Do you participate in any sports? Not at the moment because I'm 8 months pregnant and I usually would rather be sleeping. Favorite book? That's a really, really hard one for me. If you look kind of behind me, you can see my bookshelves. I have a lot of books. I'd have to say my favorite series in general is definitely the Harry Potter series. I think they're fabulously written. I think J.K. Rowling is a brilliant author. But I don't know if I really have like a favorite book in general. As far as favorite animal, would probably be like sugar gliders. I think they're so adorable and cute, and my brothers used to have one when I was little and I used to love and go and play with it. Favorite perfume really fluctuates for me. I do like the Mark Celebrate. I'm also really into the Taylor Swift, or Taylor by Taylor Swift, so those are probably my 2 favorites right now. Favorite holiday is Thanksgiving because I like to eat, and that's all my favorite foods in one day, and family all gets together, which is awesome. Have you graduated high school? I did. We actually had my 10-year high school reunion this year, so I graduated in 2003, and it seems like forever and just yesterday. Have you ever been out of the country? Yes, I went out of the country in 2009 for a missions trip, and we went down to Haiti. It was awesome, and I almost didn't want to get on the plane to come back home. Do you speak any other languages? Verbal languages, no. I am slightly conversational in American Sign Language. That's what I studied when I was in school. But again, that's been quite a while, so I don't remember a lot of it. Do you have any siblings? I do. I have 2 brothers, both older than me, so I am the baby. My favorite store really just depends on what I'm looking for. I mean, obviously, I love Ulta's probably my favorite, like, makeup face shopping place. But then as far as like clothing, I probably prefer, honestly, Aeropostale or Charlotte Russe down at the outlets that I go to. I don't really like to go to the one that's, you know, regular priced anything. And then right now there's a little like consignment baby store where they sell baby stuff really, really cheap that I love, and it's called Once Upon a Child. So those are my 3 favorite stores right now. Favorite restaurant will always forever be Olive Garden because I love Italian food. Did you like school? I didn't really care for high school so much because I felt like it was too strict, like you were told what you had to take when you had to take it. That wasn't fun. But I was recently in college. I did all of my pre-nursing requisites, and so a lot of the like anatomy and microbiology, I found those absolutely fascinating. Loved them, but obviously not in school right now because of the baby coming. Favorite YouTubers? I love Florida Force, Geek and Chic. I'm currently loving a lot of the Makeup Geek videos just because I think she gives a lot of great information. I used to really be into Juicy Star 07, Blair Fowler, Elle Fowler, but I don't feel like they do a lot of the same videos they used to, so I don't watch them as much anymore. Favorite movie? Again, this kind of depends on who I'm watching it with. My favorite movie to watch with my husband probably is either one of the Die Hard movies. They're kind of a running joke with us. Or Grease was kind of like the first movie that we really decided was like our movie together. And then as far as like with my girlfriend Yasmin, our favorite movies are always like the kind of feel-good romantic comedy movies. I'm trying to watch the timer to make sure I don't run out of time on this. And I think my battery's dying, sorry. But yeah, so we love like How to Lose I'm not how He's Just Not That Into You, Pitch Perfect, What to Expect When You're Expecting, those types of movies. I don't really have like a super favorite, but yeah. Favorite TV show would probably be Castle. I've done on previous monthly favorites that, you know, I've showed the like seasons that's come out. Definitely probably one of my favorite, all-time favorite shows, just because I think it's really witty. It's written like a book, and I do love to read, so I think I like that about that. PC or Mac. I'm definitely a Mac fan, mostly because PCs just drive me absolutely insane, and I think Macs are just a lot more intuitive. They are relevant longer as far as their firmware, and I know a lot of people are saying, you know, that Mac always comes out with new products or Apple always comes out with new products, and they do, but that doesn't make the previous product less relevant or less useful or just as good. What phone do you have? I don't have it with me. I have an LG Venice. It's really nothing special. It was just a cheap smartphone on the Boost mobile network. How tall are you? I am 5'6", though on a good day I like to say 5'7". What do you order at Starbucks? I don't really go to Starbucks because they are overpriced, but if I am getting a coffee, it's going to be a vanilla latte, really boring. One thing in your closet you cannot live without. If you notice probably in a lot of my videos, I wear tank tops. I think tank tops, because I live in Florida, are amazing. They work summer, fall, winter, throw a jacket or cardigan on, and they're great. So I definitely love tank tops. They are everywhere in my closet. What's one thing most people don't know about you? This is something that until recently I was kind of embarrassed about and never really dealt with, but I'm kind of getting on track of it, getting ahead of it, and so now I'm trying to be more open about it, and that's the fact that I do suffer from an anxiety disorder, and I've been seeking treatment for that. So a lot of the people who are close to me know that, but not really the world as a whole, but now I guess that's different because I just announced it on YouTube. Next question is name one thing you want to do before you die. That's hard for me because I feel like I've done a lot of what I wanted to do. I never really had a big bucket list. It's probably going to be to finish school and get my nursing degree. Other things that were on my list were, you know, fall in love, have kids, which I've already done. I've fallen in love. I've been married for 7 years now. I'm having, obviously, our first baby, so yeah, probably finishing school. That would be awesome. One food you cannot live without would be Italian food. Like I said, Olive Garden is definitely my favorite restaurant. I love Italian food. I could eat it every single day if I wanted to, or I probably would want to, so whatever. One quote or phrase do you live by? Probably say what you mean and mean what you say. The words that you put together and how you mean them versus what they actually mean when they're put together are two totally different things sometimes, and I think that's why there's a lot of misunderstandings and people's feelings get hurt. So just, it's really important to say what you mean and mean what you say. Most listened to song on iTunes. I'm probably the only person in the known universe who does not use iTunes. I still love buying CDs and listening to all the tracks on the CD versus buying it through through iTunes. I like having the physical, you know, thing. I'm a 90s child, so I'm used to that. So what I do is I just take, you know, my favorite songs from different CDs, so that way I can have, you know, a country CD or this type of CD, pop, whatever the genre is, and I can just kind of put all my favorite songs on there, and my radio in my car plays MP3s. Otherwise, I don't really listen to music around the house. That's kind of sad. I have other things to do. What kind of style would you just describe yourself as having? Really depends. I kind of have two styles. Mostly, like, during the day, I am a jeans, tank top, and flip-flops kind of girl. And then if I am getting ready and getting, you know, dolled up, I do have a very, like, vintage feel. I love vintage things, fit and flare dresses, you know, old Hollywood style glam. So I do love, like, the 50s and 60s. That's kind of my dress up. Otherwise, just really casual. Favorite number is 13. I don't really know why. Just is. So I'm loving 2013. Two hobbies. Reading. and I don't know, reading. Reading and reading, I don't think I can have two of the same, but I don't know if I really have two hobbies. I don't know. Two pet peeves. Probably the whole, you know, saying one thing meaning something else drives me absolutely crazy. And then another kind of I'm kind of a grammar Nazi, so, and less so I guess with like actual written things, but people who just make up words to make up words and think they're actual words. Like, I'll make up random words when I'm talking to people and I know they're not real. This is kind of understood in the conversation. But people who like use words that are not actual words, like espresso or crowns when they mean crayons, or library, conversate, drives me absolutely insane. Don't know why. And then guilty pleasures would be probably my makeup. That's my guilty pleasure. That's what I do to kind of spoil myself. I mean, it's not really a hobby. It is, but it isn't, I guess. I guess that's my other hobby. Reading and my makeup. Sorry, I keep seeing cars drive by the window out here. So my guilty pleasure is probably my makeup collection, because it's not something that I necessarily need, but I love it and it makes me feel good. So that is my semi-personal and personal questions about me. If you guys want to answer these questions, I will put them all down in the description bar below. I would love for this to be a tag, but I think at one point in time these were kind of a tag already. I just smushed two sets of questions together. And yeah, if you want to know anything more about me, if you want me to elaborate on anything, you can always ask a question or leave a comment down below, or send me a private message, because I know some things I talked about were personal, some things really aren't. But this was fun. I thought it was a good way for you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit better, and I will see you soon. Bye!